Jobber CRM tutorial, how to use Jobber CRM. So hello guys and welcome back to today's video. In today's video, we will be showing you and exploring Jobber over here and teaching you guys what you could do and how to utilize it. So in Jobber, when you first log in, there will be a quick guide over here on what you need to do to fully set up your Jobber or your company. Inside of Jobber, we have simple things such as putting up your company logo, exploring your portal, getting paid or setting up your invoices, quotes, and even having a website for your business. You could easily create a free website using Jobber as well. So how do you utilize Jobber, or what do you utilize Jobber for? So it's very straightforward. It's for monitoring different quotes, different jobs, and you can manage your different clients that you have and easily send them invoices for the different jobs that they have required or have with you. So over here, as you can see on our screen, let's focus on the main features over here. So we have our clients, requests, job, and uh, jobs, invoices over here. So in the clients, of course, this will be the clients that you will be working with. These are people that you will be able to put into your requests, quotes, or invoices and jobs later on. So to be able to add a new client is very straightforward. Click on new client over here, and you should then be able to enter their details. So for example, we have John over here, John Smith from the company, let's say Google, and let's give them a title. So let's say it's a Mr. And contact details, you could add their contact detail. You could give them their email address as well. So let's say johnsmith@gmail.com. There we go. Then you could add a lead source over here. So let's say Google, and then you could also put in others several information. You could have some automation notifications such as quote follow-up, assessment visit or reminders, job follow-up, or invoice follow-up over here. These are automations for when an overdue in invoice, or when you're when you close a job, or so on and so forth. If you want to be able to track other types of information as well, aside from client details and property details over here, you could also add a custom field over here, which you could easily customize. So let's say you want to be able to get their budget, you could even put in custom or budget in the custom field name over here. And then you could select the field type, of course. You could have numeric, true or false, area, or drop down over here. After this, you can simply click on Save Client or save and create another client. It depends on your preference. So let's say we have this as our client for now. You could also put in their property details as well, of course. And you could add several properties under their name every now and then. So, of course, in reality, people could have many different properties, and you could list them down over here. You could be managing as many as at least 5, or I guess many properties under a specific client. So you could put it over here as well. And you could see some overview about this client, how much or what are the current active work or active jobs, invoice, or quotes for this specific client. And you could monitor each and every one of those. You could choose or check out their billing history and so on and so forth. And you could even add some internal notes over here for your team. So let's say we could put in some information such as this person is very sensitive about this topic, avoid talking about this topic. This person likes this. This person is very hard to talk to, stuff like that. Something that would help your team communicate with this person. Or like just important notes as well if you prefer. Now that we have our client, over here we have our first client. You can add many clients as you want. You could even import clients from a CSV, and vice versa. You could export your different clients if you want to. You could monitor here your different leads or different clients over here, so on and so forth. You could filter out your different leads and actives over here. Anyway, after that, we could click on move on to the next feature over here, which is request over here. So what is this for? So this is basically simplifying, or it helps us simplify our client inquiries. We could accept requests anytime, anywhere from our different companies, and you could also have any of these options over here. So we could easily click on create your first request over here, and you could put in your request or put in our client over here. There we go. And then you could put in your request title, service detail, availability, and so on and so forth. And you could click on save, and you could either convert it to the quote or to a job directly. So let's research about, or let's talk about what the request feature we hear more deeply. So how this works is that your client would easily initiate the request for a specific job or a specific service from you. So you could create it from this one over here, and they could easily save or have the request be sent to you. And they could use this to schedule assessments. You could convert or have some transactions, such as you could easily convert requests into quotes or job directly to initiate or to have a smooth workflow, and so on and so forth. So over here in quotes, let's check this out. So over here in quotes, let's talk about how does quote works. So over here, so you will be able to have some client approvals, or you could get your customer to be able to check out the specific quote that you want to have for a specific project over here. So quotes are estimates or price proposals that you provide to clients before confirming a job. This will set or help set clear expectations for service costs and work scope for your client. So we could create a new quote over here, or you could even have or copy a template from earlier. So let's say over here, maintenance is an example. And over here, so we just say assessment, quantity, the unit price over here. We could add a 500 over here. There we go. And you should then be able to have this, or skip this. Here we go. We should be able to add some client message over here, contract disclaimer, and turn up notes over here. And then you can select the client that you want to send this quote to. So it will select a specific property, of course, but I didn't add a property since earlier, but it will be assigned to that specific property of that customer. And once the customer views the quote and they verified it, like they're good to go with the price, you could easily transition this or transfer this one to our jobs over here, which you could then monitor, of course. It will contain information such as, let's click on this, contain information such as the type of job, schedule, the team that's assigned to it, invoice, the items, internal notes, and so on and so forth over here. And later on, after all of this, after all the jobs, or after finishing a job, you could now then be able to create invoices over here that you could send to your customer for a very hassle-free billing of your different prices. So as you can see here, this is an example, like the invoice appearance, as you can see here. So it's for paying for your job that you have performed. And there are other features over here, such as expenses, reports, marketing, which is going to help you manage your business, your store, or your website, so on and so forth. Especially the reports here, these are very important to the different jobs that you're going to be able to do in GetJobber. But anyway, that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.